All right, coming into this site, I've never been here before. This is the original Rucks Pit. I'm not really sure what to expect, but from what I understand, there should be some old tailings from the old pit out here that might not have been touched. So cool, yeah, I'm gonna go meet up with Pacific Geolabs and see what the deal is out here.
Hey guys, I'm out here at the original Rucks Pit. That's the Rucks Pit behind me, that nice lake there. If you haven't seen my videos before, go ahead and subscribe. I make videos about American minerals and mines, as well as lapidary techniques. So go ahead and give me a subscribe and follow and like, and hit that little notifications bell so I see when the new videos are gonna be coming out. I can't wait to show you guys how amazing this event has been out here at the Rucks Pit Crystal Clam Festival here in Okeechobee, Florida. I got so much material and it was a blast. So here's my experience for you guys.
I'm seeing lots of dirt piles here that have been freshly flipped over. I'm excited about that. We'll see what's in there. I got to figure out where I'm parking up the camper. Well, I guess this is where I'm camping out the next few days. I really wish I had brought my fishing pole. This lake is beautiful, and that's the result of the old shell pit that was here and the original Rucks Pit. All right, guys, so there's piles everywhere. They're putting in hoses so that we can spray all these amazing piles. These piles have been untouched since about 2006 when this place, when they flooded the lake. They stopped bringing the public out here, and this is the first public dig since then. So it's gonna be fun. Everyone's going to get some pictures of the tree that's on this machine here. It's cool, they got the machine to flip all these piles and move all the dirt and the trees and the rocks. There is so much virgin material here. All this machine work has been really good, and they're going to turn on all these hoses and bring on the rain, and we'll really spray down all these piles and see what kinds of stuff is coming out, like this cool whelk I just found. Who knows how cool it is? It's not wet yet. Still very dirty, but that's a good whelk. We'll see how good. So I'm walking around picking up the clams, and I knew these guys would be out here. We've got 2 black racers here. These are beautiful black snakes. They're pretty harmless, but they move really fast, so they're kind of freaky deaky. The other one's right there. They're just hanging out on the back side of this pile, sunning themselves. That guy's gonna retreat back into the grasses. Cool. Critter cameo, black racers. All right, so this is the map of the site. There's where I'm parked in the parking area. We've got area 52 here and area 51 here, which are basically rocky wooded areas we're not really going into. Those will be roped off. But each of these little lines here is a hose. Well, those are little hoses, so there'll be tents like the one I'm under now at each of these sites with hoses that you can spray these different piles with. So that's going to be the setup for this event. All the water's getting pumped from the lake over there. All right, well, we're getting ready for the day. Gates are about to open. We're just over here getting everything set up for the guests. Just here helping out and everything for the last couple days. So this is the beginning of the first day of it being open to the public. And I just found this really cool crystal. So yeah, now we're in business. Well, I've already found several whole clams and a lot of other little clams. We've only been here for, less than an hour since the start of the dig. And I'm just walking around talking to people, helping out, and finding a couple things laying around. Everyone's having a great time back here. We've got the hoses active. And we just sprayed out that bad boy. What a sweet clam. The whole shell, and then a nice window on the top for a bunch of beautiful calcite crystals. And then the sun comes out so we can see it all. Sweet. People are finding so much stuff here. Bucket's overflowing, so he's gonna have to pull out some of these, but obviously he's gonna keep that one and that one because they're freaking awesome. Great. All right, Jeffrey over here has been spraying away with his hose at this wall over here, and look at all this crazy stuff he's got here. That's a whelk, that's a whelk, that's a whole clam, that's a nice crystal window right there. You've got this incredible, crazy thing over here. Just a whole clam filled with beautiful calcite crystals. More whelks, more crystals, more clams. Just cleaning the house over here. We're in the last hour of the day. Great job, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
So we're over here spraying, and then a little snake comes to say hi to us. A little racer. He's not sure what direction to go. He's scared. There's people around him. And any second, he's about to dart in any direction. So I'm going to move and leave him alone. So we're spraying the wall and coming, seeing what's down here. We got that, but we got this, which is awesome. You can see there's crystals poking through all that mud there. So that's what they call a boat. And that's what you're looking for. Nice crystal loaded clams. It's a very photogenic snake. He didn't care that I was spraying over here. He came right over to see what I was doing. Really mellow black racer snake. This is an Arca shell, and it's been completely loaded with calcite crystals. It's still pretty dirty, but I mean, it's a nice big shell. That's what we're looking for out here. That's a good one. All right, so I got 2 buckets of material, and I got to split half of it with John because I'm a volunteer, and that's just part of the deal that I'm working today. So check it out, guys. Amazing clams, beautiful calcite. Here's a huge whelk. Nice big giant whelk. There's a whelk here with some barnacles. I'm happy with those. There's a beautiful clam full of crystals. Some more clams, some more whelks. I got a lot of whole clams here, and all these clams do have crystals. So pretty fantastic turnout. I'm gonna end up with 1 bucket of this material today, and that'll be great. And then I'll do the same thing for the next few days. So I'm over here in my camper trailer, and look at these little adorable cows. There's a bunch of Brahmin cows here. Oh my gosh. Look at the udders. How adorable are those freaking cows? They're just gonna go check out the dig site. Maybe they'll kick up some clams. It's the beginning of day 2, and people are starting to arrive. Look at that sun. Look at that lake. Look at all this material. Full of clams, and whelks, and all kinds of ocean fossils. I was walking over to check on that snake hole from yesterday, and I found this giant whelk in someone's leverite pile. They must have thought it was just matrix under a clam. That's a whole whelk. And then there's this separate crystal piece that I found. Kind of cool. Christopher here has just found an incredible clam. We're washing some of the mud out of it. Let's see. Look at all those crystals there. And they're on this side too. So we're thinking that there's maybe some mud blocking up, and there might be a window all the way through this clam. We're washing it off in the water bucket here. And there it is. There it is. It goes right through.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh man, amazing job, Christopher.
That's
the A-grade collector clam right there.
Indeed, and it just fell on me.
It just rolled right out on you, huh?
Going below it, it just fell into my hands. I'm like, oh, okay.
It was meant to be.
It was.
Great job. My ankles are getting torn up by these ants, but I just found a shark tooth. It's a partial shark tooth, but no one's found a shark tooth yet. Even here on day 2, no one's found one yet. It's pretty busted, but I got one. My little baby trophy. Wow, we almost never find Ice Age stuff in this material, so I'm pretty freaking excited to find this piece of a horse tooth from the Ice Age. Horses used to be a lot bigger, especially the ones that were around here. So I'm real stoked with that fossil. That's cool.
Hey, I gotta take a
These guys just found a vertebrae. It's a fish vertebrae. It looks kind of like that barracuda that I had, and it's inside of a calcite whelk right here. And that's not even cleaned off yet, but wow, that's a really cool find. Great job, guys. We're over here spraying the pile, and I think I just found something. Oh yeah. Oh dude, look at the crystals in this whelk. Wow, it's got a micro clam on it, and it's got a cave right there that's totally full of crystals. And there's all this calcite here, and you can see the top spiral piece of the whelk as well. So that's a really great specimen, and that's the kind of stuff that's coming out of this really cool virgin material here at the new Rucks Pit. There's John over there. He's doing a pressure washer demonstration, showing people how to kind of get into where you can see the crystals a little bit better. You gotta be careful and not use too high a pressure, but the higher pressure kind of blows off some of the shell, so you might end up seeing some more of the crystals. That's the idea. It's loud over here.
Awesome. Okay. So you don't want to go after this and blow that apart.
No, not at all.
It's beautiful.
All right, so I got my 2 buckets plus my matrix rock for the day, and I'll have to split that stuff with John since I'm just volunteering here. As you can see, people are packing out. People have had a great day. Everybody's stoked. No one's complaining. So everyone's filled their quota, their bucket, and their piece, and everyone's found a lot of really cool fossils today. So everybody's really stoked. And everyone's just saying how stoked they are, having a good time. So everyone's gonna have a safe drive home here on day 2, and then we'll get to day 3 soon. All right, so this is 2 buckets worth right here. As you can see, this whole front row, welk, 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 welk,
Yeah,
Well,
just get
well,
a
well.
nice endorsement of the day.
welk.
You know, how
Well,
you feel
well.
about how things went and all of that.
That's a lot of welk.
Do it.
These are all whole clams here. You can see we've got some really nice crystal boats going there. So whole clams, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 whole clams. Tons and tons of beautiful half shells. Just absolutely loaded with calcite. What a great pile of stuff. Not to mention my incredible horse tooth. Nice huge old crystals there. Little moon snail. What a great table of stuff. Sad I have to split it, but that's the deal. That's a pretty impressive bucket of stuff with these big giant dogtooth crystals, these whole clams, these really nice boats. Look at these boats and these whelks, really crazy whelks. I'm stoked with this material. Day 3, and there's a huge front end loader flipping up a bunch of the piles to make sure that it's all fresh for all the people coming in today. Here's a perfect example of a fully calcified Arca shell. Super neat. Got those crystals in there. Great. You guys, I don't believe it. I just found a whole sea urchin with spines in this concretion. It's missing a tiny chip there, but it's so close to being whole. And I mean, you can see the whole pattern and where all the spines were, and there's still tons of spines left here that are all calcified. I'll bet those will probably glow in the black light. I mean, that's just such a cool fossil. I am incredibly stoked about that one. All right, day 3. I managed to find a lot of cool stuff. Look at those awesome crystal clusters. Some of them are still kind of dirty. Some nice shells there. These are the whelks today. This gigantic one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 whelks today. And probably, I don't know, 10, almost 20 whole clams and some half shells. Check it out. That's got some really good crystals. There's some hiding in there. There's some hiding in there that are pretty cool. So yeah, that's gonna be great. And of course I got a little bucket here with little crystals and stuff in it, so freaking awesome. These guys over here know how to dig, man. Look at this pile. They're moving the whole thing away, making sure to process every bit of dirt, starting at the bottom and working through. Great job, guys. So their pile is getting real small, but look at the stuff that's coming out of it.
It does, but
Huge calcite crystals, very gemmy, right in the back of that clam right there. Awesome, man, great job.
Thank you.
Okay, so I saw this, and then I pulled it out of the ground and washed it off. And it turns out it's the best clam I think I've ever found. I mean, look at this. It's just loaded with huge dogtooth crystals all the way inside. Oh my gosh. I'm all stoked about that. Make my day, huh? Not to mention this giant freaking whelk I just found. I didn't even think about putting that on video. Yeah, I probably should. Look at this whelk. It's enormous. The whole bell is there. The whole top is there. The whole thing's calcified. That's what you cut in half and you polish and see what comes out. I'm sure the whole thing's loaded with calcite. But wow, I'm getting some good finds today here on day 4. It's a little bit harder digging because we've, been going through the material and there's not anything left on the surface because there's been a lot of people here. But there are still A grade, super A grade, triple A grade, really good stuff here. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working.
Christopher has just found another banger. He's over here. Look at that, huge, full of dog tooth. And what else? Another clam. Another clam that's probably full of stuff too, if you can get a window on it. Not to mention all this stuff. Guy's got way too much stuff. He's swimming in it. He's gonna have to make some decisions.
Yeah.
Good job, Christopher.
Indeed.
Keep up the great work, man. You're moving earth and you're finding some real goodies. Oh, there's an oyster shell on there too. Cool. I just got so lucky. I just found another one that's just incredible. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that you come to Rucks Pit for right here, is these giant double window dogtooth calcite crystal loaded clams. Spectacular. Really enjoying finding all these whelks out here. You can kind of see some of the crystals through the dirt there, but that's a nice handful of whelk. Good. That'll clean up a little bit. It's super dirty right now. Might end up cutting it in half just to see what's inside. So I'm here at Rucks Pit and I'm pulling these concretion looking things that look a lot like fulgurites. They're kind of growing in straighter lines, and I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting to find out if that's what they are. But if that is what they are, then I've just found a calcite clam that's been struck by lightning. I mean, look at that. It doesn't look like the normal concretion material here. It's interesting. Look at this guy standing where a pile used to be. Amazing. This guy digs like crazy. Look at all these piles of clams on the ground. He's not taking any of that home. He's got a bucket of good stuff. So this is all decent on the floor here. I actually just picked out a few from his pile myself. But look, he's got a whole bucket of A grade right there, so he doesn't need any more, but he's still digging because you never know what you're gonna find. Good job, man. Keep it up. All right, so here's my haul for the day, guys. I got my nice shells here, some nice scallops and oysters. Gigantic mercenaria with half shell with crystals on top. 1, 2, 3, 4 nice whelks. 2 incredible whole clams, plus 2, 4, 6, 7 more nice whole clams. Some really beautiful arca shells loaded with calcite crystals. Some more half shells, some more pieces, some more clusters over here, including some really big dogtooth crystals. Really nice, really nice, really nice. And some free floating crystals there. And who knows if those concretions are fulgurites or not, but it's a funky kind of concretion, so I picked up a bunch of them. Pretty interesting stuff. All right, guys, we're out here at the Rucks Pit Crystal Clam Festival here in Okeechobee, Florida with John and Pacific Geolabs. Just enjoying our day out here and calling it quits for this beautiful festival coming to an end. All right, back at the house. I'm kind of mid-process here, so I'm just going to give you guys an overview of what I've been doing. I just laid out all of these big rocks here, and I'm going to hit them with an electric pressure washer. There's a lot of good clams there, a lot of good whelks, but they're under a lot of mud. And the quickest way to handle all of this all at once is with an electric pressure washer. Try and be gentle. So, and with the smalls, what I'm doing is I'm using this screen here, and I'm putting all the small stuff on there because the pressure washer will just blow it away. Hitting it with this hose right here, and then I'm using a spray bottle in here, one piece at a time. There's the rest that I need to do, and then here's the stuff I've already done. I'm just using this table and a spray bottle here. Make sure you have your pineapple juice. That was a cheap, nice investment there. Very good, because it cleans up all these crystals really nice. I'm gonna have to get you a better view of these. But you can see I've got some huge calcite arcas, lots of really incredible crystals here, as well as some really nice shells and some of the nicer pieces that I didn't want to hit with the pressure washer. So those are all for the spray bottle, and that's just how you be gentle with stuff. Ryobi has a pressure washer. It's like $90, so it's kind of worth it to go get that, and that'll help you clean like your quartz or your calcite or just anything you don't want to explode with too much pressure. So that's good. So yeah, I'm gonna get to that, and then I'll show you what I find, because I have a feeling there's gonna be some stuff in here that's really, really good. Okay, I just sprayed one side of them. I haven't even flipped them over to spray the other side. So some of the early standouts are that one right there. All those crystals just came out. That one right there is a freaking big old chunk of calcite, so that's cool. And then this just happened. Gigantic dogtooth boat. Look at the crystals in there. So this one I'm going to take over to the spray bottle. I'm not going to continue to hit that with the pressure washer. I'm going to be more gentle with that. But I don't think it got hurt or anything, so that's good.
I'm gonna flip them over and do the other sides. This little calcite flower popped out. Really nice, beautiful crystals there. Also, that one's looking pretty promising. That's a nice calcite boat clam. Good, good, good. All right, I'm gonna get it all inside and sort it out. Okay, so there's a big giant whelk in this rock. Can hardly see it, but there's a good bit of matrix, and I'm gonna go put this on the saw and see what the inside looks like. All right, here we go. It's in the clam, in the Cookie Monster saw machine. Let's see what the inside looks like. Here we go. It's very dirty, but I've cut through it. Let's get this cleaned up and see what it looks like. Very disappointing. No crystals. All right, I got a whole bunch of stuff here to show you guys. I had some really nice clam clusters here. These have some nice calcite in them and they stand up really pretty. All of these are nice half shells that have some decent calcite in them. Some of those are going to be really nice to polish up. Some of them are just done the way they are and are great. All of these are whole clams, which are really cool. Most of them are pretty much hollow. Some of them you can't really tell if they're hollow or not. That one's obviously got some calcite in it. Again, maybe that's a polisher or maybe it's already done. I haven't really decided yet, but that's a whole lot of whole clams. Here's all the whelks right here. We've got these whelks that are kind of like they're done. They're kind of open already. You can see what they look like. There's not really anything you can do to polish them. Cutting them's not really going to help much, but they're kind of cool how they are, so that's good. And then there's these ones that are cutters. I just cut this one because I couldn't help it, but there was no crystals in it, so that was a dud. Even though it was gigantic, and it still is pretty freaking cool. But this one I've got some high hopes for, so don't let me down. And then over in this section, we've got quite a bit of shells, different calcite arcas and things like that. That's more lower grade stuff, really. Here's the awesome horse tooth and the little baby shark tooth. This is a basket of what I'd call lapidary material, and then this bucket down here is pieces that I'm just gonna like give away or sell for cheap because there's just like a little bit of calcite on matrix. This box, however, has the really, really good stuff in it. There are some amazing calcite clusters in here. Some nice free crystals, some arcas. Check that out. This is the one I found when I was washing with the hose. Here's another really big one. That's great. Some of these large crystals are really fun, like that one. And this one. Really cool. I really also like that one. But yeah, those are some larger crystals. These are the smaller crystals, or the pieces that are just a lot of crystals. This is a really cool cluster right here, really gemmy, really cool. Some of the little snails. And these are all really awesome A-grade arca shells. This one being probably the fanciest because it's so large and has really big crystals inside of it. Wow. And then this small one is really cool as well. Yeah, sweet. So I got really lucky finding a whole bunch of those. So yeah, and then there's some of the cool clams here, some of the open ones. These are what you call the boat there when it's missing the back of the shell and it's got all the crystals in it. You can see that one stood up on its own, totally full of crystals. Pretty cool. This one right here stands like that, which is neat. Full of crystals, whole clam, full of crystals. This one, of course, being the most magnificent find. Right here, you can see it has really enormous crystals in it. Great boat right here. Another great boat right there. Huge dogtooth calcite crystals. There's another great piece. This one's really cool. So yeah, guys, that's some of the cool finds that I got. Oh my goodness, look at that. Loaded from end to end with calcite. This is really good stuff. Awesome.
Well, guys, that was the Rucks Pit Crystal Clam Festival. How amazing is that? What a great experience it was. And I can't wait for the next one. So go ahead, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that. And we'll see you on the next adventure. Thanks, guys.